Okay. Good morning, everybody. My kid, you might hear her in the background because this morning we woke up late. Um, when I say late, we woke up like an hour ago. So, no judgment here. Keep that judgment somewhere else. um, so today we're going to just kind of go over some simple things, but that are very necessary things. So I'm going to just go over the sample packs really quick. I don't know if anybody has sold samples yet. Well, actually, I do know. Jessica took my Glory the other day. Here I was feeling pretty good about selling 2, and she sold 4, and I was like, come on. But anyways, so the sample packs, you need to make sure that you have your Connect app because that's where you're going to purchase them. You have to have that in order to purchase the sample packs. And it's a pack is $8, which in one pack there's 3 samples. So I say you get a 3-day sample of our coffee. And then the other one, if I remember correctly, let me look at it really quick. Camille, what are you doing? Is $30 for a 15-day. That's what I've been selling it as. I just want to make sure before I tell you guys that and it's wrong. So 5 is $30. So that would be 3 and 5 packs. So that's 15 days worth of coffee. So that's $30. And what I've been doing is I've been making the $8 one like $10 or $15 just to like it. I try to get to know the person a little bit, and if it's like their budget is really, really tight, then I try to keep it like $10. But if I know that they're going to Starbucks every day or they're going, somewhere every day and getting a coffee, then I go, oh, it's $15 for 3 days. Sorry, Dale. And that's what I do. So just get to know your potentials a little bit. And then the other app that you need is the samples, the It Works sample app. And it's going to look kind of like this on the front. So you can view your streaks. You can send a sample, make a connection. So I haven't done, like, the make the connection, you send a message to somebody. I don't know if you can see it. No? Okay. Well, I tried. But you can send a new message if you hit the make a connection. You just put in somebody's phone number and you can send that. Alicia's taking pictures. No? Okay. I'm like, my hair is crazy. But so to send the sample, it'll send if you don't have credits in your like backed up or anything like that. If you have not bought any credits yet, it will send you back to the Connect app just because you have to go buy those. But if not, then you can proceed to send that sample. And then it'll show you when you hit send a sample, it'll show you if you've sent any at all. And when you need a follow up, you can make a note. Why is it making such a bad glare? Yeah, right there. Can you see it now? Kind of.
Turn your brightness down.
On my phone?
Yeah.
Is that better? Can you see it now? Well, geez, yeah, there you go. So, there. Can you see it now? Okay. So, when you go in, you can click on one. If you'll let me do it now. I guess you have to go into the little down here, notifications. Go into the notifications, and it'll tell you, it'll update you. Okay, my sample has sent to this person. And then you can close out of it. I keep all of them because I want to make sure that they actually got sent. And then I check in with that person. But like you can go into prospects, and that's the little people right here, the 2 heads. Sorry, Dale. And you can tap on the person. So like I'm gonna tap on Glenn Harris. So what you can do is you tap on them, tap on their little place, and then down here there's like this little green button. you press on it, and it sends you into their profile. So you can call, text, or email them, or share their content if you really need to. Has their name at the top, and then you can add notes. So you can hit edit, and let's say I want to say like he drinks 1 cup of black coffee a day, and he loves black coffee. So I put that in as my note. And if you guys do a pop-up shop like we've talked about, this would be a really good place to put your prospects into, because you can add notes about them and a reminder. So you can, let me see here, set a reminder. So up here, there's like this little clock, and you can hit set, and it's right there, and it'll show you where you can set a little reminder to follow up with them. So where it just sent out, it's not going to get to him probably for another couple of days. So I'm going to set it for Thursday to follow up, because that will give him a chance to get it and to drink it. And I'm going to check in and be like, hey, have you got the coffee yet? Sort of thing. And I'm going to set it for, this guy usually doesn't message me back until 7 o'clock at night. And so now it has a follow-up up at the top as my reminder for him. And so then I can go back, and then I can go back to my homepage, and it has who I sent. So recent samples sent, Skinny Brew. And it has it all right there for your app. Let's see here. And so when you guys, with the samples, you have to have them send you money. Otherwise, you're paying for it out of your own pocket. So I have PayPal, I have Venmo, I have Facebook Pay, I have Apple Pay. So that there's really no excuse why they cannot send me money, sort of thing. Make it so hard for them not to send, for them not to send you money that they will. And so, and that's why when you if you make your samples, so you have to pay $8 to send it to them. That's why I say $10 or $15, because if it's $10, you're making $2. You're getting to put $2 into your pocket. Hey, that's going and getting a candy bar or a pop at McDonald's right there. You're paying for your little things right there. That's my kid. That's the grace of me. But if you sell it for $15, that's $7 in your pocket. You could put that in your savings. You could do whatever you want. Like $2 goes a long ways in your savings if you are putting $2 in every single day. Because if there's 30 days in the month and you put $2 in your savings account every day for those 30 days, you get $60. So $60 in your savings account, what could you do with $60? You could buy a tank of gas. Or if you want to go even further, I'm going to pull out my grandma calculator. Don't make fun of me, Alicia. So we just decided $2 at 30 days is $60. Oops, that's 600. So we're going to go times 12 for 12 months. That's $720 in your savings account, just from $2 a day, every single day, no breaks. That's an average of $2. So just think about what you could do with that. You could put it towards student loans. You could put it towards, I'm going to have a baby. I could put it towards a birthday present a year from now for him, and for her, and Christmas presents, if you're a mom like me. Anything. Alicia's saying no, she's not buying her kid anything. So it's just one of those things, you got to find out what your priority is and then make it happen. So I'm going to shoot it over to Stephanie. I got to unmute her because she's talking already. There you go, Steph.
All right. Perfect. So going along, that's it. A couple weeks ago, we talked about posting just a little bit. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about, posting, just the general concept of it, some friendly neighborhood reminders, if you will. So when we start this business, and I would put money on the fact that every single one of us have done this. When you first start, you get so jazzed to start this business that everything, it works word vomit. It's in your pictures, it's in the worded posts on Facebook, it's in your stories. It works everywhere, and there's nothing about you. So I want you guys to just remember, when you're posting, that it works is the commercial to your life. You have already established a fan base, you've already established followers that like you for you and follow you for whatever it is that you have to offer the world. And when you take that away and you start talking about nothing but it works, those people aren't going to be interested in this new and refreshed you if you're not staying true to yourself, if that makes any sense. So make It Works a commercial to your life. For every 1 to 2 posts that you do, throw in It Works there. Ideally, what we want to see is 3 posts a day minimum, 3 to 6 on your average, but 3 minimum, 1 being a lifestyle post, which is you in your element, whether it's a picture of you at work, you out doing your hobby, if you golf or you play softball, you ride horses or whatever it is, pictures of that, pictures of your kids, pictures of your dogs. That's a lifestyle post. It's you in your daily life. You also want to have a business post. That's your opportunity post. That's the hey, join me post. And alongside that is a product post, at least 1 product post. And so creating that sort of spread through your profile will allow not only everybody to see that, yes, you're human and you're not just robot at work seller, it'll also create visibility on your profile. Because if you're posting things back to back to back, you're not giving yourself the opportunity to be seen, because with the way the algorithm works, you're not going to have everything visible at the same time. So it will show 1 or 2 posts, but maybe not that third one that you thought was absolutely going to kill it. It might not be seen because you're overloading on the amount of posts. So spread them out over a couple hours and vary the type of posts that is in there. Aside from that, you also want to spread what you're doing between your pictures, your posts, so your feed wall and your stories. Right now, especially if you utilize Instagram more than you do Facebook, stories are becoming more popular. It's about where 74% of search results come from is stories. So people watch those like little mini TV series, and let's face it, we're all nosy. We like to know what other people are doing. We like to know what other people do with their makeup, what they do with their hair, what their kids do, what that person's voice sounds like. People like to know what the inside of your house looks like. So when you're doing a live, they'll be looking at the pictures that are in my bathroom and going, oh my gosh, what are those? Because people are nosy. So give those people the opportunity to be nosy again by dabbling your personal life, or It Works throughout your personal life. Make it more of a commercial to your life versus the main event. Going right alongside that note, I just want to remind you guys to be consistent. That is one of the most important elements in this business, is being consistent. Post about those things every single day. Post about coffee, post about your hair, skin, and nails, post about whatever it is that's working in your particular market. Post about that. Tell your story every single night. And if you're not sure how to tell your story yet, you can get with myself, Haley, Alicia. We'll actually make a personal note to talk about stories on a later date, but in a nutshell, your story is, how did you come across? So where were you before It Works? How did you come across it? How did you feel making that decision? Where are you now? Where are you going? It's kind of your roadmap through your It Works journey. So create that story, tell that story every single night. That's what people are going to identify with. So you need to be consistent in your posting with your products and posting about your story in both your newsfeed and your stories that are on Facebook and on Instagram as well. And Oh, I had something, I lost it. But just remain consistent in that, because it's going to be, for some people, an absolute make or break. Those people, there's some that'll say, if she posts about this one more time tonight, I'm going to join. And if you miss it, you just miss out on an opportunity for somebody who may have been watching you for months. Or maybe they're the cousin of some person like Alicia had, but you didn't post about it that night, so they didn't know what X person was talking about. And along with consistency, to help you guys stay consistent, to help us build the best business possible, tried and true method that's been input not only into our team, but the teams that are around us, Fire Tribe and Freedom Legacy and Alyssa's team, all of them go around a 6 list. We've posted about the 6 list before. We'll put them in your chat, but the 6 list essentially is the 6 things that you need to do every single day to be successful. And this is the things we've already talked about. This is posting 3 to 6 times a day. This is getting in your self-development. This is growing your network. It's interacting with your network. So all the things that we already do, it's just those reminders, just a checklist. Have I gone through and have I liked and commented on pictures today? Have I, gone through and posted on my story? Have I gone through and done my development today? That's all it is. And that is going to be one of the main factors in creating your consistency and also creating your success in the business. So again, keep a lookout for those, that 6 list in the chats. We'll go ahead and shoot that through so that everybody has it. And if you have questions, comments, concerns on it, always reach out, shoot it through the chat, reach out to one of us, and we can definitely walk you through and help you create a game plan for your business and how you want that to look. So, ooh, she's got all the toothpaste down. So again, this business doesn't work if you don't work. You can't post once every 3 weeks and go, well, this isn't for me, it's not working. Of course it's not working. Nobody knows what you're doing. So consistency is going to be key to creating the foundation that you need to have an absolute successful business. And with that, I'm going to put toothpaste back in this tube and I will hand it over to Alicia.
Okay, I'm unmuted. Okay. It's gonna smash this on the table. Heads up, it's gonna be loud. So like what Stephanie was saying is like, you know, with the consistency, the 6 list isn't just something where it's like, is like, hey, do this. Like it is proven, you know, that it brings results. Now, with you having a tool that can bring you results, everyone's results come at a different time and happen in a different way. So you just have to know that this is the process and the process will work. You just gotta kind of stick to it. That, you know, like that you can't compare your results with someone else. Like you can understand like, hey, you know, this person above me, she accomplished, you know, A through B in this amount of time. If I, you know, do the same thing, I can possibly, you know, do the same thing. But each person is different. Each person attracts different people. You just have to trust that the process will bring you like results, and it's not just gonna also be something that just happens overnight. Because with like any job, like that isn't necessarily I like wrote this stuff down too, like isn't necessarily like the case when you know, plant your flowers in March or whenever it is you plant your garden. You don't just go out, you know, in 24 hours and all of a sudden like boom, like everything is, you know, like ready for harvest, is ready for picking, is beautiful and lush. Like no, like you got to, you know, continually water it, continually manage it, you know, protecting it kind of from the environment and things that are going to attack it and exhaust you. But you know, you just keep taking care of that garden because you know what it can potentially produce, you know, and the amount of stuff that it can produce outweighs the amount of seeds that might not. because, you know, with every garden, there are a couple seeds that won't bloom, that won't grow anything. But because you took the time to take care of everything, to plant so much, there will be a bigger crop. I'm not picking that up. There will be a bigger crop to harvest than what didn't grow. And so I just really want you guys to remember to, like, to be patient, you know, with planting your seeds and taking care of your seeds, because like it is a process, and it will take a little time for you to kind of, you know, start seeing those bigger results that you are wanting to see. Oh wow, I went through that really fast. So like, here's my example, kind of like my story is, the last couple of weeks I have gotten into like a better habit of really doing my 6 list, you know, adding people on Facebook, you know, adding people on Instagram, doing, you know, the posts, doing the story. I do a lot more stories because I get a lot of reaction that way, and then try to do, you know, the 1 to 3 posts daily. Sometimes that gets hard, but I make sure that no matter what, I'm always posting, you know, 1 to 10 things on my story. So your story doesn't have to have like a lot of words or anything like that. It's literally just pictures, and you can throw a poll up there asking people a question, and they'll click on it, and then you can kind of guess and see who is watching that. But I had someone, I did a mass following kind of on Instagram, like what it says to do. And this morning I woke up to a message from someone where they're like, hey, my cousin told me about you, and that you can tell me about working off of my phone. Like, how do I do that? Like, what is your team like? You know, and I gave her some information, and she wants to talk to her husband about it. She's super excited, and we're going to talk more tonight. I don't know who this person is. I don't know who this person's cousin is. But because I was just, you know, like, I've been in this, you know, how long? I'm just, you know, letting the process happen, understanding like I'm not going to get the same results, the same consistency that like maybe Haley or Stephanie's getting, but I will eventually get results. And just know like that they're in my own way, kind of thing. And so like this morning, that was like super exciting for me. Yeah, it was 1 message. And you know, right now it's kind of in limbo. I don't know exactly where it's going to go, but someone reached out to me, and I was just, you know, going through the motions, doing the steps, and letting it take its like time, and not getting frustrated or disappointed or like overwhelming myself because I wasn't getting those instant that instant satisfaction, those instant results. And there's somewhere else I was going with that, and then he looked over that way, and now it's gone. Yeah, it's gone now. Okay, well, so that was sorry. Oh, it's a morning. It's been a morning. So that was basically like my whole thing, is it's like, you know, like Stephanie was saying, you know, it works as a commercial of your life. Just make sure you're sharing your face, you know, and what you're doing with your life and your excitement of every day, and understanding, you know, that even if you just sit and do like, it works, that in a way that's not gonna like quicken the process. The process is what it is. It is a harvest season. So you're gonna have to go through the different stages, and just understand that you'll have to go through those before you'll really start to harvest, you know, the seeds that you planted like a couple months ago. Because like, you know, another thing Stephanie said, people are nosy. They're gonna watch you for a little bit, you know, a couple months before they're actually gonna jump on it. And it's not until maybe you post that 3rd post that evening where you're like, and then they're like, I needed this. It's a sign I'm joining now, that they do it. So just understand it's a process. You just roll with it. So, yeah.
Thank you, Alicia. So as she was talking about the seeds and everything, and planting, I found one of my favorite, like little sayings. And it says, you wouldn't plant a seed and then dig it up every few minutes to see if it has grown. So why do you keep questioning yourself, your hard work, and your decisions? Have patience, stop overthinking, and keep watering your seeds. And what she said. So, but just know that it takes usually, like generally, there's some people who are like, the first time, I need it. Those are rare. It takes generally 7 to 10 times for somebody to see the same thing for them to finally go, I need that in my life. Stop. And so make sure you are posting consistently, because the 7th time, it may be the time. And just know that you will get there. And after we go off the recording, I want Alicia to tell her little story that she told me yesterday about she looked up MLMs and it works and everything. But we only have 6 minutes unless you can tell it in 6 minutes. Can you tell it in 6 minutes, Alicia? Okay. Now mute her.
Okay, so yesterday I was on TikTok, right? And of course, there's always going to be those haters that got something nasty to say. Well, I watched this one video of this gal who does a stay-at-home mom job. And she's like, here's an actual real job, blah, blah, blah. I was like, read the comments and everyone's hammering it works, right? And it's an MLM thing. Everyone gets caught up in it. So I was like, what is wrong with an MLM business or whatever it's called? So I Googled that exact question. What is wrong with an MLM business? There was, like, I Googled all sorts of questions. You know, why do people hate it? You know, why shouldn't you do this? And the only answers I got is because people think, that was the word that was used, think it's a scam. But it's not. There is more millionaires produced from MLM businesses. Another link said, yes, you will make money. If you stick it out, all the other people who quit will quit, but you will make money from it. And there wasn't one site that could actually tell me what the problem was with an MLM business. The only thing they came up with was that the people who couldn't do it, that didn't try to do it, are the ones who are creating all of the posts, all of the internet documents that you can read that are hammering it. And actually, that a couple of those are people who are running their own MLM business and trying to tear down the other ones so people will come to them. I was like, what the crap? Like, they did say, you know, a pyramid scheme is one where you are getting paid for getting people to join. And for one, that's not it works. We don't get paid for you to sign up. We get paid for products that are sold, you know. We are offered bonuses for if we do X, Y, and Z kind of work. If you don't do X, Y, and Z, you don't get the bonus. So therefore, that is out of the water. So I don't know why people keep calling it a scheme. Yes, it is in the shape of a pyramid, but that is also can be very beneficial for you because you can look out for your people. But if you look at it, you know, in other, I went through so many yesterday, others, they were saying like, everything is a pyramid. There is always somebody who is at the top who is making all the money. The only difference is with this MLM job, you have a better chance of making it to the top than the cashier dude at Walmart. Cashier dude at Walmart, a year from now, is probably still going to be a cashier dude. You have the chance to move up just by doing, you know, selling and doing the same thing. And so I sent Haley and Marco yesterday because I was super excited. I was like, so this happened. I was kind of irritated about it, but when I Googled it, I couldn't find, yeah, people are like, oh, there's, you know, there's things where you can find where it's like they have horrible customer service. They're selling, you know, horrible products that aren't true. excuse me, Linda, like half of the products, you know, the things that are in our products are in all the products that are at Walmart. Like if you just go and read labels, it's all the same stuff, just without the extra bull crap. And we're selling it online. That is like what people have an issue with. And I was just like, there is not one thing where they're like, this is why it is bad. It's like, nope, if you stick to it, you'll make money. Yeah, you'll run into haters. And as long as you're selling products, you're a legit business. Well, shit, okay. I mean, crap, okay. So, yeah. 1 minute to spare.
Good job, Alicia. Look at you. But yeah, if you guys go look at Amazon, I forgot about this until yesterday when we were talking. If you go to Amazon, you can get products discounted if you do their save and subscribe. So you subscribe for monthly shipments, and they'll take 5% off if you do it like one-time shipment, but you schedule it. They'll take 15% off if you actually schedule it in for monthly.
Thought of this. You pay for Amazon Prime. My husband pays for Amazon Prime. We pay for a membership to get a discount on crap I realistically don't need.
Yeah. So it's just one of those things that, what are you going to take? But we have less than a minute. I'm going to stop the recording really quick.